Now, what is the difference between the cross margin mode and the isolated margin mode? Now, let me start with isolated margin mode. What is isolated margin mode? Now, let's say, for example, you have $1,000 in your wallet, and then you enter a trade with, let's say, $400. Now, if you enter a trade with $400 and the trade goes into liquidation, you'll be losing the whole $400. Now, in case you don't know the meaning of liquidation or the meaning of liquidation price, I'll be explaining later in this video. So like I was saying, if you enter a trade with $400 and you have just $1,000 in your wallet, if that trade goes into liquidation price, you will lose the whole $400 in your wallet, but the remaining $600 in your wallet will still be safe. So that means out of $1,000, you lost $400 and you have $600 left. That's the meaning of isolated margin. But let's say, for example, you're using cross margin mode. For cross margin mode, if you have $1,000 in your wallet and you're entering a trade with $400, if that trade goes into liquidation, you'll be losing both the $400 you're using to trade and the remaining $600 in your wallet. The reason is because in cross margin mode, you're using all the money in your futures trading wallet as collateral. That's the meaning. And one advantage of using cross margin is that most times the liquidation price is always far from the entry price. So you can see it has its own advantage and its own disadvantage. But the one I always advise a lot of beginners to use is isolated margin, so that you don't go and be risking everything in your wallet because you are still a beginner. Please.